In today's video, we will be looking at the Dash-9. This locomotive was made from 1993 to 2004 and is the direct predecessor to the Dash-8. I think it's safe to say that every major freight railroad in the US has operated a Dash-9 at some point or another. This is because shortly after its release, it quickly became the standard road engine for every railroad that operated it. Railroads that use the Dash-9 include the Santa Fe, CSX, Union Pacific, Southern Pacific, Norfolk Southern, Canadian National, and BNSF, to name a few. What I find strange is that Burlington Northern, as far as I'm concerned, never used Dash-9s. Burlington Northern seemed to be a very EMD loyal company, so this is probably a big factor as to why. There was lots of variety in how Dash-9s were built. Some were made with standard cabs, like this one operated by Norfolk Southern, and some were made with Dash-8 trucks. Some were made with a Canadian safety cab and 4 windows in the front. These were operated by Canadian National. Go figure. Most, however, were made with the generic safety cab that we all know and love. The Santa Fe also had a unique feature on their Dash-9's cab that I didn't even know about until somebody pointed it out to me. Look at this photo of a war bonnet. Looks normal, right? Now look here. The cab's roof is not a continual slope. The first slope is steep, then flattens out through the use of a second slope and becomes shallower. Santa Fe called this a gull-wing cab, and I'm not sure why they're built like this, but some speculate its weird design was because of clearance issues in old tunnels. But here's where it gets even more interesting. When Burlington Northern and Santa Fe merged into BNSF, they continued to produce Dash-9s with gull-wing cabs, as you can see here. But after Dash-9 stopped being produced and BNSF moved on to more modern power, the gull-wing cab went by the wayside. Evidence of that can be seen in this photo. Look at how the roof is one continual slope now. Like anything, the Dash-9s didn't come without their problems. Engines built in the 2000s had faulty cooling systems, and if you know anything about engines, you'll know this is a huge problem. This caused engine overheating, fires, and sometimes engine explosions. To remedy this problem, GE went back and bought better parts from different companies and started to use those in their engines. This solved the overheating issue. They were also willing to replace faulty locomotives or refund the railroads that had trouble with them. Problem solved. Maybe this is why Burlington Northern never jumped on the Dash-9 bandwagon. Every now and again you can see a Dash-9 with bare metal and burnt paint in the middle of the long hood. This is a clear sign of a fire at some point. The Dash-9 was produced by General Electric. The full name of this locomotive is the GE Dash-9 44CW. The GE refers to General Electric, and I can never find what the dash means. The 44 refers to its 4,400 horsepower, and I could also never get a straight answer on what the CW stands for. If you know what that means, please tell me. Dash-9s are 10 foot 3 inches wide and 70 foot 8 inches long. They have a C-C wheel arrangement, meaning that they have 2 identical trucks with 6 axles, and all those axles are powered through the use of a traction motor. They have a tractive effort of about 142,000 foot-pounds and weigh 425,000 pounds. They have a 16-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine and can hold 5,000 gallons of fuel. Since production stopped in 2004, the youngest Dash-9s are pushing 20, with the oldest about to be 30. Railroads usually only let their engines get about 25 to 30 years old before being rebuilt, refurbished, or taken out of service altogether, and that's exactly what we're seeing today. Look at these Norfolk Southern engines. They're going down to Texas to be rebuilt. And look at this BNSF engine with only 3 numbers on the cab instead of the typical 4. This is because this engine used to be ATSF number 605 and has been rebuilt into an AC44C6M. BNSF has also sold some of its Dash-9s to GREX, but don't worry, Dash-9s aren't going anywhere anytime soon. These locomotives are still a common sight, and I see them all the time. However, they're not getting any younger, and there's no more being produced, so their numbers can only decrease from here. If you're a Railfan, be sure to get some pictures of these locomotives while they're still in good condition and out on the rails. Now, because Dash-9s pretty much used to rule the rails, there's probably at least one that'll be preserved. There's already at least one Dash-8 preserved, and it's at the Illinois Railway Museum, so the Dash-9 probably isn't far behind. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to tell me any locomotives you would like to see a review of, and leave any constructive criticism if you have some. Till next time.